My name is Katie from the Think and Wrench Library, and today I'm going to teach you to make a wire-wrapped beaded ring. What we're going to need for today's project is a beading. We're going to need craft wire from 16 to 20 gauge diameter, the ring sizer, and we're going to need either a round nose or any type of plier to hold down your wire. Okay, and let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is find the sizing of the ring that we need to make. Good way to find this is grab onto a ring that we already know fits pretty well, and we're going to drop it right on the mantle. And we see that I'm getting right at 7. But because what we're using is a wide bead, we're going to have to add on about ½ inch to the diameter of the ring, so that way we're making room for the bottom bit of the bead. So because I am measuring at a 7, what we're going to do is a 8½ Okay. Now what we're going to do is going to thread the bead through the craft wire. Because my beading is a little bit wide, I'm able to thread it through twice on either end of the craft wire. If your bead is smaller than mine, it's okay to thread it through just the once. Main thing is making sure that you have a drilled bead so that way you're able to thread it through the craft wire. And then once we have it good and fair, we're going to go ahead and grab onto that ring mantle and we're going to get it to the size that we're needing. Okay. And then once it's threaded onto the ring sizer, now we're going to grab it on either side and we're going to wrap it. Meaning one side heading left and the other heading right on either side of the bead. Okay. And then once we have it, each thread going an opposite way, we're going to grab one end and wrap it once around the bead. Same thing for the other threading. We're going to grab it once and wrap it once around the bead. And then now that we have it again, we're making sure we're holding it on tight so that we're not losing any of our grip. And let's go ahead and wrap it one more time on either side. Okay. And now that it has a good grip onto the ring itself, we can remove it from the mantle. And now this is where we're going to get into the play of flexing it, the wire in different areas until we get into that nice look that we're aiming for. Okay. And then from here, this is where we're going to wrap it once around to the side of the bead. And this is where we're kind of tying off the wire from the wrap. And then once you have a good side wrapped, we're moving to the other. So again, so we won't unravel our wrap. And we're going to pull it through, so again, nice and tight. And twist it to almost lock that threading in. And now at this point, this is where you're going to start grabbing on to your pliers and pushing them into place. So that way we're tightening as much as we can. Without manipulating too much of our wrap. again, what we're going to do is continue to wrap it around our band. So that way we're again tightening that bond, keeping our ring to last a lifetime. And what we do on one end, we're going to try to always come back to do to the other side. Okay. And then once we've gone to a spot where we're comfortable with how our ring looks, and with the clay, we can now cut off our extra wire access to close off and to be done. So now I'll go ahead and cut away my excess wire. And then you see you're going to come to, when you cut off the excess, a couple points that you need to take care of, so that way we're keeping ourselves from poking. And so now this is where I'm going to, again, grab onto my pliers, and we're going to force that closure down. And mainly away from the skin to avoid pokage. But also away from being pulled out, so that way we're not poking others or snagging it on clothing. And we're just going to follow through until we got a nice tight closure. And there we have it. And what I like to do at this point, now that we're close to finishing, is I'm going to grab back onto that ring mantle. And we're going to push it right back onto. Give us our shape right back, and we see that it's right to the sizing we had it. And once our shape is nice and round, we are done. And that is our wrapped wire beaded ring, ready for show and tell. Awesome. And there we have it, our wrapped wire beaded ring. Thank you. That's good. Bye-bye.